This is about perfume that I found when I went to Neiman's back in February. I remember it was February. It was close to Valentine's Day, and I happened to have gone to Chanel to have some repairs done on a piece that I have to send it in for repair. And while there, I wanted to sample a few of the Chanel pieces. I mean, that place's fragrance. To be exact, I wanted to sample 1957. So I sprayed 1957 on the tester strip. I liked it. I went ahead and put a little bit on my pulse point, and it's like, okay. So I asked the SA for a sample. She didn't have a sample to give me. So she said, if you'll go down to Neiman's at the counter, see if they have samples there. So I went ahead and left Chanel, went down to Neiman's, and as I walked through, the young lady didn't even have the sample, but of course I'm already there, so I'm going through the fragrances and just sniffing fragrances. And I went initially through Baciami, then I came on back to Bond Number 9, and right next to Bond Number 9 was Roja. I wanted to smell one of the fragrances, the Elixium Parfum by Roja. So I'm talking to the SA there. She's, of course, having me sniff that, and she's having me sniff other things. But to the right of me, I can see Parfums de Mali, the counter. I mean, the area for Parfums de Mali. And so I'm watching her do what she's doing, but I'm eyeing there because I want to go there next to Parfums de Mali. But right next to the counter where I was standing, the Roja counter, there was another counter. I didn't even look down to see what it was. But this lady came to me and she handed me a fragrance strip, right? While the lady at Roja is still talking and doing what she's doing, I grabbed it and I stuck it to my, nose to smell. And I immediately turned around. I mean, you would think I was getting a whiplash, right? I turned around and I'm like, what is that you just gave me? To the young lady, which I have since learned her name is Brittany and she's a doll. But I was like, what did you just give me? She's like, well, she said, it's by Mind Games. And I'm looking at her because I had never, ever until that very moment heard of Mind Games. She said, it's Leonora by Mind Games. When I tell you I hurried on with my conclusion of what I was doing with the lady there and immediately stepped to the side and I'm like, but what's in this thing? What is it? I mean, I couldn't just get enough of it. It was just on the test strip. It wasn't on me. And she's explaining to me what it was. And I'm literally, when I find something that I like, be it a piece of a luxury item, be it a car, it doesn't matter. Something that I feel like I really like, my heart starts racing, right? That's kind of how I know, like, this is the one. My heart races. And my heart is racing. And I'm like, no, what is in this? And she said to me that it had passion fruit. And she was mentioning the other notes. But when she said passion fruit, I realized what it was. I'm Caribbean. My nose went straight to that scent and mixed with a whole lot of other things I know now. But at the time, I think that's the top note that I got. And it was intoxicating. So she went ahead. I said, okay. I sprayed some on me at this point, and I'm still here just like, oh my gosh, this is so good. This is so good. I asked her for a sample. She didn't have a sample. And I'm assuming it's because it was Valentine's weekend. I was there I think the day before Valentine's or the day prior to that. But of course, everything was probably sold out at that point. She basically said she didn't have it. So I said, okay, go ahead. If you can find a spot, but we're trying to see where on me that we could really spray it. So we decided just to spray it all over, right? But remember, I had lots of fragrances on already because I was up in Chanel smelling various fragrances. I came down to Neiman's and I had to pretty much walk quite a bit before I got to her because she was closest to where I would exit out of the store. So I had lots of other things on. I could still smell it, but then I don't think I smelled it as intensely as I did when I had the test strip initially. So I went home, but I could not get that smell out of my memory. I just couldn't unsmell it, right? So I started to look online and I started researching Mind Games. Of course, when you join their email list, you get a 10% off. I said, you know what? And then I also learned that when you order the fragrance, you get a 2 ml sample of the fragrance so you can wear it. And if you don't like it, then you don't open the actual fragrance, the full size, and you can send that back. So I placed the order. I had the 10% off. The bottles are $375 or $395. Either $400 with tax by the time you get to there, for a little over $400. But anyway, I was like, I want this, and I'm going to order it. So I ordered it, and I don't recall how long it took. It wasn't that long. I received it. By the time it came, I received it, and I had the 2 meal. I was in the vehicle. I remember checking the mailbox, and it was in my mailbox, and I was in the vehicle, and I sprayed the tester on, and it immediately took me right back to the very first time of a week and a half prior, 2 weeks prior, that I had gotten my nose on this fragrance. And I sprayed it on, and I was like, oh no, I'm not doing a wear test. I immediately opened the large one, the full size. And this was back in, when I look at my order, this was the ending of February, first day or so of March. And this is Leonora. Let me put this back on. This is Leonora by Mind Games. Let me see if I can get it to focus here. Leonora by Mind Games. And I absolutely love, 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 love this fragrance. I got this at the end of February, first part of March of this year. I kid you not when I tell you. So right now my juice is right here. Now don't let this fool you, because this has a very thick bottom. So really the juice, if you can see, is right about here. Just right here. So when you look at it the other way, this is all just part of the glass. So it's right here. Okay. I got this in February, end of February. And by April, I was already halfway. And I kept looking at them like, there's no way. I cannot continue to do this, because I cannot get 2 bottles within one season. This is a $400 bottle of fragrance. So my heart started racing. I'm like, okay, my juice is just getting low. But every day I would go in and I would just spray and spray and spray this all over me. When I tell you, this is intoxicating. This is intoxicating. This right here is one of the very best scents I've ever gotten my nose on. This is so beautiful. When she said it had passion fruit in it, I was like, okay, I can relate to that. Maybe that's what I'm getting. But I have since learned that not only does it have passion fruit in the top note, it has tonka beans, it has ginger, it has apricot in the middle, it has osmanthus, freesia, and in the base note, it has lactones, tonka bean again, sandalwood, and musk. The top note is what I got the first time, and I think it's the passion fruit mixed with that ginger, because it has the ginger. Then you have the apricot in there, and the freesia, the musk, the tonka bean. I don't know what lactones smells like, so I can't say, I don't know that I get that. The tonka bean for sure, it has it in the top note and it has it in the base, right? That I remember growing up in the Caribbean, dealing with the beans with my grandmother as she roasted beans. I get that. And this right here, if you notice right here where my juice is, as I was stating with Leonora, it scared me. Scared me, right? Scared me when I saw that my juice was getting so low. Now, one thing I don't like, and I should have reached out to Mind Games, this is a magnetic cap, right? It caps. But I took this with me. I have a scent sister that we do a lot of scent things together, perfume related things together. And I wanted her to try this because she heard about it. She said she wanted to get her nose on it. So I took the bottle and I put it in my purse. And once I got to the place to pull it out, this top was just, I'm like, what's wrong with my top? This is not how it was. And what I realized is that this part came off of here, which is the magnetic part that the top actually clicks on. It came off and it still clicked, but when I pull it up now, the whole thing comes up. It still works, but I was very disappointed about that. But anyway, I was not about to pay another $400 for this bottle. So I started stalking the discounter sites and just waiting to see who would have Leonora again, because I wanted to indulge. I wanted to just enjoy my bottle. And I was able to go ahead and find her through another vendor. And I have me a brand new bottle, brand spanking new bottle, 3.4 ounce, that I will be able to now wear the other one because I am not afraid that I'm going to run out of this juice. This is oh so, 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 so good. I love mangoes. And I love I love all mangoes, but to me, one of the very best mango out there is called Julie Mango. When I tell you this is Julie Mango good, when I tell you anything is Julie Mango good, understand that it's good. It's good, good. This is Julie Mango good. I absolutely love this. So I have a full bottle. Let me just spray her just to make sure the atomizer is doing what it's supposed to do. Whew. It's a sin to just have something just as good. It's like, what are they mixing in the labs, y'all? What are they doing in the labs to do this, to get a person? This is, anyway, this is Leonora, the fragrance that I smelled, came home, ordered, finished, well, not finished, got it almost done. I think I have maybe about 25% of it remaining, maybe a little, but 35% of the juice still in the bottle that I could actually indulge before the rest of the year. Now that I have me a backup bottle, and I absolutely love that for me. But since I had gotten the, discovery set, I found that I do love the quinine, which I ordered, and it's still good. I mean, I still have about, I think I made a pretty decent dent in there, but it's not so much of a dent as I did with the other one because I have a lot of vanilla fragrances. Anyway, this is just my take here, just explaining a little bit of Mind Games, how I discovered Mind Games. Never had heard of Mind Games before. I mean, I just never did. I mean, I consume content, I listened to so many videos, but never ever, the algorithm never sent that one my way. And when I tell you Leonora for me is what another fragrance did to me 20 years ago this year, and I'll actually do a video on that one too. But bottom line is I absolutely love her. I hope Mind Game never discontinue her. I don't know what I'll do. She's a lifer for me. I enjoy her thoroughly, and so I just wanted to share that so you guys see one of the fragrances that I actually am loving, loving, loving. And Mind Games, I think there's a couple more that I want to get from Mind Games. Definitely discount though. I'm not going to buy it off the retail market, but I'm certainly going to try one of the discount shops. Hopefully Fragrance Navia will have it. Joma Shop is another one too. Hopefully they will have it. Fragrance Net is another one that I have actually gotten some things off of. But for the most part, Leonora by Mind Games is a forever fragrance in my collection, in my ever-growing collection. She is good, good. She is Julie Mango good. Thank you so much for spending this time here with me. Thank you for taking your time and listen to me about my love for fragrance, especially in this case, my love for Leonora. Please consider, if you haven't already, subscribing to this channel. Please consider sharing. Turn on your notifications so you can be notified when I drop another fragrance. I really do appreciate you, and I want you just to keep and always remember that you are responsible for self, and people will only do to you what you allow them to do. So please protect your peace. Thank you. Have a great one until we meet again in the next video. Thanks again.